Yet another setback with Ngolo Kante and his latest injury update. Do you think it's time we should move on? Yo guys, my name is Mohau and this is Blue Footy TV. Ngolo Kante will be out for another 3 months as he has suffered another setback during training. It's sad because this guy was back in full training. For the past few weeks he had been, slowly but surely recuperating, recovering to this week where he finally made it into first team full training. And just when you thought that, we lost Reece James, but at least we're getting another key player back, he gets injured again. Considering his contract situation, this injury prone situation, is it time for us Chelsea fans to consider saying goodbye to Ngolo Kante? No one can deny his status at this club. Ngolo Kante has done a lot for us over the years, won trophies with us. So it is a bit harsh for us to start asking these questions of whether he should stay or leave. But honestly, we're in a new era as a club. New owners, new coach, new playing style, new philosophies. Our midfield definitely needs a rebuild because even if Kante was perfectly fit, if you look at the age of our starting midfielders, it's really high, it's up there. And how long can these guys really be sustained for before crisis hits? We need to get a new midfield, and we've taken the first steps into that by investing in the youth so that our future-proof plan for midfield is sort of sorted. But at the same time, we need an elite signing in the midfield. We need a proper DM. Our midfield needs a serious revamp, and the only confusing thing about it right now and the steps we've taken into improving it is the Zacharias thing, which I don't even want to get into in this video. But yeah, the Kante thing is a setback, and as I said, I posed the question to you guys: is it time to move on from the legend? Comment down below. Potter gave us some confirmation to the Reece James situation. He is set to undergo tests through a specialist this weekend, same as Ngolo Kante. He's going to see a consultant apparently. This is happening in the midst of Chelsea not even having a medical director or head physio. So our players constantly have to be referred to other specialists and flown all over the world to be able to do medicals and tests on them. I mean, the same thing happened with Wesley Fofana when we signed him, and his medical was performed in New York. He literally had to go to New York to come back to sign just to do his medical. So I think Todd Bowley needs to really I'm not doubting that he isn't, but he needs to make the correct moves in order to be able to secure these necessary medical roles for the club, so that should injuries come, which is a possibility, but touch wood that it doesn't happen, we at least have a proper and dedicated medical team to deal with it. Now that brings us to the game against Aston Villa tomorrow. Despite the team injuries that we're facing, look, we have still been riding off some good form these past 2 weeks. So I don't think that it's necessarily all over for us. All respect to Aston Villa, but they also haven't been in the greatest form. Their manager Steven Gerrard is under pressure. The Aston Villa fans apparently think he's stubborn and doesn't want to change his way of playing or change the players that he starts in games. They currently sit 16th on the table. Look, it's still early stages in the league, so them being in 16th doesn't really say that much, but their form hasn't been great, and obviously we will need to be on our A game when we play them. We need to keep up the momentum we've been building. We need to keep up the form that we've been building. That means winning games like these, especially because we have injuries to key players. The winnable games become that much more important. The hard games will probably be a bit difficult for us to win due to our key players being out. I mean, Reece James might not even go to the World Cup. Ngolo Kante, 3 months extra. That means he's back mid-Jan. So for my starting lineup, I am going with Kepa in goal. Look, Graham Potter spoke about how Mendy has been very supportive of, Kepa getting the nod over him. And he understands that when Graham Potter got to the team, he was injured. So that means that Kepa was given a run of games and he's been doing well in those games, and it's understandable why you can't not now play Kepa because Mendy's back. I mean, if he's been playing well, the football has to speak for itself, and Kepa is playing. Do keep an eye out for a video that I am going to be dropping soon that will be talking about our goalkeeper dilemma. Who do we go with long term? Because surely this situation can't last that much longer. It's rare where you see teams having two elite top level goalkeepers stay happy in one team. So keep an eye out for that video. At centre back, I'm going for Chalobah and Koulibaly. To be honest, I think I'm traumatized. I think I'm traumatized from this Reece James situation. So I don't want to play Thiago Silva. I think Thiago Silva should be rested. Like I said, these are winnable games, and I think that maybe a player as important and a player that needs to be as looked after as Thiago Silva does, we can't risk him. We can't overplay him. So seeing that injuries could hit us at any point despite of form, we need to look after him. He's a key player for us. Let's keep him for the important games that are coming up before the World Cup and not risk any further injury, especially in our defense. At left back, I'm going for Cucurella. And look, because Reece James can't play, Azpilicueta. I don't think Azpilicueta is a long-term solution to stand in for Reece James, but I do think that he does have the experience to play 1 in 3 games, 1 in 4 games in rotation with other players who could fill in for Reece James, such as Ruben Loftus-Cheek, because he's played there and done well, and Chalobah. In midfield, I'm going to go for Kovacic and Jorginho. Look, man, honestly, speaking of a midfield revamp, I think Jorginho is also another possibility of a player we could lose this summer after his contract expires. And in terms of my attack, I'm going for an attacking 4 of Mason Mount, Sterling, Pulisic, and Aubameyang. Look, I think Tuchel kept chopping and changing our attack every week, which did end up affecting our goal scoring form. So what I'm hoping to see from Graham Potter is, a little bit of consistency in those attacking areas, constantly changing our attacking options. There was a lack of chemistry last season because of that. Look, I understand why Tuchel did it, but I think this season maybe we should just try keep a consistent attack, and the ones that we've been using so far have been doing well. Pulisic is the one that gets a chance for me in this game because he has shown a bit of promise under Graham Potter, obviously under very limited game time. Ziyech, in my opinion, should just leave my club. I love Ziyech as a player, always have. His play style is very nice, it's silky, he has that left shot, and it's really, it's aesthetic football, but it has not worked out at Chelsea. And the last games he played, the last game that Tuchel was our manager, and the first game that Potter substituted him in the Champions League, oh my goodness, it was bad. It was not the image of somebody who you would think wants to be here. So Ziyech should be gone for me, but Pulisic deserves a chance in my opinion. Aston Villa is a good team on their day, and to be honest, teams tend to pick up form against us. I mean, they don't call us Charity FC for nothing. But I do think that we could come out of this game with quite a few goals. We've been in a hot streak of goal scoring form, and I don't see why that shouldn't continue, despite losing a key player in our attack, who is Reece James. But I think we will be able to score 3 past Aston Villa. As I said, their form isn't great. They're 16th on the table. Our mood and our motivation has been a bit dampened, but is still up there because we're building momentum. So I think Chelsea will score 3 goals against Aston Villa, and possibly they are a tough team. They're going to dig deep and try to get us on the transition. So I see us maybe making an individual mistake or a defensive mistake and, them scoring 1, but that's probably much where it's going to end for them. So yeah, my score prediction for the game is 3-1 to Chelsea. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and yeah, please continue liking and subscribing. We have reached above 50 subscribers. That is amazing. Thank you. Can we continue growing it? The next goal is 100. So yeah, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell to be notified when I upload. I'll check you guys in the next video. Come on, you Blues.